Well, how about that, everyone? A brand new intro to a not so brand new live stream. How do we all feel about that? Let us know in the chat, please. And if no one is aware, that is the world famous Nick playing in that intro. He does the background music to our live or in person Talking Blues. So please, everyone, let them know what you think in the chat. It was good. It was amazing. It always is. And just imagine that with some fun, sexy, or sensual, or ingenious spoken word over that, and you just got yourself a killer night. On top of that, hello everyone. How are you? What's going on? What's your life been like today? Have you been outside? Did you get some sun? I got some vitamin D. And I freckled up even more, working on that 30-year-old tan. Anyway, before we continue, I would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of this land, the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation. And I think, as I say it every time, and it always means the same thing, is that it's important for us to know where we are. You know, lockdown is coming to somewhat end, restrictions are easing, and we're going to be able to get out even more and explore this land that was stolen. It was stolen land, and it's important to know that sovereignty was never ceded. And also, I want to acknowledge where I was born in Tasmania, so the Kulin Nation and the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation. If anyone is not born in Victoria, I urge you to go find out the land that you were born in or raised up on. And I want to pay my respects to elders past, present, and emerging. Okay, so we're back again, Talking Blue, live stream. I'm your MC, Jason. All right, so before we get on to the poetry, is what you're here for. You have to listen to me speak a little bit longer. We do more than just poetry. If you're new, and what are those? What are those? You might be thinking. Well, I'm going to tell you right now. I have my sexy admin sheet in front of me. You can't see it, but I can. So, replacing Talking Blue next week is Vibration Creation on the 27th. Now, if you don't know what that is, it is we get a producer and 3 vocalists, 3 artists, 3 incredible talented human beings to basically create a song in a live stream. So we're out for 2 to 3 hours, which is incredible because, Vibe Union are incredible and we know incredible people, and that is just how it goes. So, who is going to be in this live stream, I hear you ask? Well, I'm going to tell you. We have Raph as the producer, who's going to be producing the beat, and the vocalists, the artists, the singers, whatever you may want to call them. We have Nick, who you just heard before, Georgia, and Tubi the Bee. So strap yourselves in for a lovely night next week. But first, we have to get through this night. And what else do we have on? Well, you'll be excited to know that on the 30th of October, we have back in the flesh with our meat sacks of a body, we have State of Oscillation. And what is State of Oscillation? It is an all day, a lot of the night, house jam and DJ set with Tandem Reserve. We're going to be back there. All the information's in the description below there. There's a thing there. You can see people again. We can, awkwardly talk and converse because, goddamn, I'm going to be awkward. So that is that, and that is happening. And what else we have online? We have tomorrow morning, Raph is also doing his Breakfast Beats live stream. So go and watch him beat some breakfasts with music. That's always fun. We have Dilly Dave. He does his live streams 2 to 3 times a week. Is it Monday, Tuesday, Thursday? If I am wrong, Mr. Raph will tell me that I am wrong. And so go tune in for those because those are good fun. And lastly, we have a tip jar down below. If you want to give us a tip, monetary or otherwise, it is there. As always, there's no obligation. But if you feel the need, if a spirit comes down and wants to let you give us money, we will gladly accept it. And lastly, of the last things before we get onto it, we have. I just no one knows about this, but we have a bit of I wouldn't say special treat, but a bit of a fun ending to the night. I've deemed it fun or interesting or something. So, if, you're going to have to wait till the end of the live stream. You're going to have to be here for the whole time. That's how that works, isn't it? So anyway, I think we should just get on with it. What do we think, everyone? I think that. Do you agree with me? Please say you do, because you don't have a choice. So we're going to get on to our first poet. Right? That's how this night works. One until we end. So, please, everyone, welcome to the stage. You know this person. You like this person. Everyone, go crazy, go wild, in the comfort of your own house for Sam.
Hello. I've never been first, Jason. I'm so nervous. This is so much worse. I usually get to ease into it and watch.
Well, yeah, we got to start off strong.
Mood. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm all right.
I hope you are.
How are you, man?
You're gonna kill it. I'm good. I'm good. What's your headspace like? How are you? What's going on?
Dude, the headspace is all right. I want to talk to you about that bunch of asparagus because I had so much in the last week. I'm wondering if you got that on special because it's season right now. I've had at least 400 or 500 gram bunches of asparagus. I am.
Yeah, I make the most of my asparagus buying. Yeah, I know.
It's that time of year, buddy. Asparagus season.
It's really nice having it close to my nose because it doesn't smell horrible at all. So it's all right. How about we just kick it off? You wanna?
All right, man.
Give us your
shit. Look, I could go on a whole tangent about the smells of asparagus, but we'll leave that. We'll park that for another time. That is a topic that works better in the flesh. Meat sacks in the flesh. Park that one for now. The subtleties will get lost in translation. So let's just go for it. Let's just go for straight meaningful poetry. All right, man. Thanks, Jason. Hello, everyone. Good to see you all. Long time deep set lurker, first time show opener here. No, it's awesome. It's awesome to have you guys. It's awesome. We've had this. I know we've got a few more definitely scheduled. And yeah, the idea of meat sacks in the flesh, IRL, bunches of asparagus. It's exciting. It's exciting stuff. But this has been an important part of getting me through this world record attempt setting lockdown. So we're champions in a way. Yay, we've achieved something. I hope they put us in the big, shiny Guinness book for this. I think we've earned it, or maybe we get a little badge. That'd be nice. But how have I been? I've been all right. I was down the last couple of days. Last week sucked. I had like the plan that October was just going to be full steam ahead getting ready for November. But turns out I burnt the fuck out. I burnt out. Maybe I'm just sick of all this lockdown crap. But nonetheless, I'm on the bounce back. The sun came out today. I've had a few walks. I am editing. All these poems I've shared thus far, I'm putting them into a collection, and I work on it here on the webcam in front of you guys, and then I edited all the crap bits, and I'm on a paper edit now, so they're all up there on the wall, and you can see some of the shit stuff that's being crossed out live, so that is being edited out for tonight. But yeah, I'm working on 12 or so poems in total that I want to put together and release as some kind of simple collection. Maybe the print, maybe it's just an audio book. And eventually, when I get my shit together, I'm going to start singing again, start playing instruments again. And I tend to put them all into songs. So I'll be a busy bee, but I would not have had this head start. I would not have any momentum if it wasn't for the Vibe Union crew. Everyone's been a part of this. So thank you all. It's been great. I'm going to share this one called Characters. First time sharing this. It's a little, I think it's a bit flabby, so it might drag on. No, it won't drag on, but there'll be some lines that maybe are a bit better than the rest. But I'll know it for this. And then the orange pen, baby, the orange pen is going to go through the trash. Orange pen is going to weed out the weaklings, and it'll be better for the process. So thank you guys for being a part of it. This is called Characters, and it's about the people we have been, the people we meet or don't meet, or just their avatars that we interact with on this wonderful wide web that thankfully was not locked down. Well, imagine life without this. Maybe it would be better. Who knows? I joke. This is called Characters. The caveman. The caveman came to town and he put the fire out. He looked around and ran up the mountainside. I wonder how many cavemen would look at the state of us and say, no, not for me. I'll take the cave. The caveman came to town, put the fire out, looked around, and ran up the mountainside. Are you telling truths? Well, the numbers don't lie. I just hide who and how counting them. The corrupted man said. Numbers don't lie. I just hide who and how counting. The corrupted man said. The stoplight read, are we keeping them still? The stoplight was red and it asked, are we keeping them still? And the idiot box said yes. I don't have one of them in my room, but idiot box. God bless. The TV, that thing. The TV told the smart devices to keep it dumb just a little bit longer. We've almost got them. Well, my Mojo machine, it's not working. My Gusto gadget, the screen is cracked. I'm seeing 3 Dorian Grays in everything nowadays. I wish I could just be that younger, carefree version of myself sometimes. When I surf the net with my guard down, it's like a good life in hiding, but that's just the nature of time right now. But I can't believe garbage and the backyard elephant, the elephant in my backyard, the dog shit epidemic's the real problem around here. I don't know if anyone else's neighbors or local area, if the standards have dropped over the last months, but I swear the longer this has gone on, the less and less people are picking up their dog shit. I think you've got to let us out just because people are used to being masked and incognito and not giving a shit and getting away with murder. The dog shit epidemic, that's a real problem. But maybe if I'm complaining about that, things aren't so bad. When my mother soiled herself, that's when she decided to die. When my mother soiled herself, that's when she decided to die. My mother told me this one day making breakfast. And the woman wants my girl. The woman wants my girl. She doesn't exist in the suburban football cinematic universe I retreat into when shit hits the fan. My Mojo machine's not working. My Gusto gadget screen is cracked. I'm seeing 3 Benjamin Buttons in all my selfies now. When I doom scroll, no reason, no rhyme. Can I go an hour without checking the headlines? Can I go an hour without checking the headlines? It's hard nowadays. It's hard when Victorian law changed more than Melbourne weather, gone by the hours that don't turn fast enough. And we've had enough of these gilded cage bars. Let us out with the deadly humans again. These 600 kilobytes could change your life. The Nigerian prince wrote to me in an email. The riches inside his attachment files. The riches promised me inside his attachment file said, run this and run this program on your PC. It's not a virus. You'll get a Lamborghini in the mail tomorrow. Just run this program. Turns out that they track me better than I watch myself. They track me better than I watch myself. Am I just the sum of the videos they recommend me? The web page pilgrim. Deep sleep drought, web page pilgrim, his head in the sandpit, his house on fire. The butcher, he had hots for the vegan, and she had the hots for Hannibal. None could forgive what the other chose to be. But that's the lie. They want us to live. A pack of totem characters, collector trading cards. The news said be afraid. The news said be very, very afraid. We got the hot take fresh off the hot press, but the press is dying. Don't look too deep. You need to be afraid. You need to tune in. Don't look. We're not dying. Only you are. I was pushed against the rock face. I fashioned the sharpest knife going around this old stomping ground. That bathwater bleached mutt, barking like it's white, but it's black as the vulture. The tiger stripe can't change. And I'm afraid information's more war than an advantage sometimes. Sometimes the info is more war than advantage. Some days I can't decide which tree I'll be seen climbing. Cracks covered over. This table needs a new finish. Every meal's a last supper. We're torpid and poorer than ever. I was going to America just to tell Yankees, pick your Bernies wisely and put your kids in Pee-wee. They need it. Or something similar. Teach lemonade making to lemons. Buy yourself a sad light this winter. It'll make you happy. Believe me. Try find a good God to work under. One who gives you 2 ears to hear 2 sides of the story, stereo, left, and rhyme. No talking it over. No highfalutin heuristics. Just dollar servo coffees. Just $1 to feel free. $1 in the Wurlitzer. 2 in the pool table. 3 to the GoFundMe campaign. Keep the bastards honest. This roving young man met his measure. She believed in destiny and he in the numbers. What's written in the stars? She asked of him. Ask an astrophysicist. He said to her. Sometimes he wonder across the superior trapezius. That's this muscle. Sometimes he wonder across the superior trapezius, your top trap, that necklace, a bit of love on a silver leash. Is it more than that? My Mojo machines, they're not working. Both my Gusto gadget screens, they're both cracked. I see 3 Dorian Grays in everything nowadays. When I surf the net with my guard down, good life's in hiding, but that's just the nature of time right now. But I won't believe the garbage, the elephant in my backyard, the dog shit epidemics, the real problem around here. That's how it feels some days. Some days. Some days. That's characters for now. Thank you very much.
Man, I want a Lamborghini. How do I get one?
Lamborghini, baby. That Nigerian email, I'll forward it to you. Lamborghini.
I mean, I've had about six or seven voicemails saying that the Interpol and FBI are after me because I haven't paid taxes.
They're going nuts lately.
You know what? I'm like, come after me. Let's see what happens. Okay, everyone, spam an emoji that you feel is appropriate. A Lamborghini emoji if you can. Thank you, Sam. Always a pleasure.
Thanks, Jace. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Whew, all right. I think you went pretty well for going first up. That's my opinion. I'll hand over to the rest of you that are on this screen. That's why I'm giving you eye contact that way. Anyway, let's keep moving on. We have another poet. They were new last week, and everyone loved them. Now they're not new, but that doesn't matter. We always enjoy poets coming. So, without further ado, please, everyone, welcome to the stage, Lisa.
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
I am exhausted, but
Perfect.
It's the end of the day. That's what happens.
Oh, so poetry can lift us up.
Yes, well, hopefully.
All right.
And I've been practicing this poem with my young nieces. They keep wanting to hear it over and over. They're 3 and 5.
Well, so, we can't wait to hear it then. If it's that good, if a 3 or 5-year-old, they're the most honest type of people. So if they like it,
yes, they are.
All right, I'll let you take it away.
Thanks. Pop. My pop was a stockman, a drover during drought. Upon a horse's back, along a well-known route, he rode a horse with ease. A handsome seat had he, staying in the saddle despite horsefly, snake, or tree. There never was a time when work he was without. He had inherent skill, no one would ever doubt. Farm boundaries he would ride. Sometimes it took a week. Fixing broken fences, lost cattle he would seek. Years of riding horseback behind cattle in the dust, he'd found that cotton wool in his ear rolls was a must. Pop always asked, "What's that?" When someone spoke to him. 'Twas habit of the wool, not due to hearing dim. Nothing he couldn't do with horse, goat, cow or sheep, and dogs he trained himself would always earn their keep. All these dogs were rippers. "Get round and bring 'em back." They'd answer whistles or a leather whip he'd crack. Kangaroo hide he tanned, big red, grey or wallaby, make a mat for mum, or plat the best whip you'll see. In a camp oven fire, roo meat made a fine stew, and when he'd had his fill, the dogs would get some too. To tame a wild brumby may have been hard yakka. He'd the patience of a saint and never was a slacker. A brumby made the best horse for outback muster, handle any terrain and nary come a buster. Summer days he would spend, binoculars in hand, lest the bloody red steer should lick across the land. That steer could take off quick, consuming grass and crops. Ageless trees would crackle as fire raced through their tops. He'd ride lickety-split and rally the neighbours round to help him move the stock and keep the fences sound. Dam-wetted Hessian bags were swung with sturdy arm and beat that bloody steer to stop it doing harm. Pop told a yarn straight-faced, his humour dry as chips, about the many wags he'd met along his trips. In later years he'd tell of towns where he had tarried and how one fateful day he met the girl he married. A picnic he attended with one such waggish gent. No one took much notice till he won the horse events. In all the challenge races he rode a thoroughbred, and in amongst the crowd watched one with tresses red. "It's Auburn," she announced in reference to her hair, glistening in the sun just like his chestnut mare. And so he met his Annie, and both their hearts did swoon at this country picnic that Sunday near in June. His work kept him away from the girl he loved most. Full 7 years of writing they had to court by post. One day Annie's mail arrived, in it a £5 note. "Choose yourself a ring," the romantic drover wrote. On the veranda of her home at Bonnydoon, the couple said, "I will," before 70 at noon. The Reverend Henry Ware of the Bush Brotherhood performed the ritual, and they were wed for good. The cake and meal was shared by all who'd travelled there. Then the happy couple changed into travel wear. A dress of blue she wore for their honeymoon trip from Brisbane down to Melbourne aboard a coastal ship. Pop's people met them in Melbourne at the dock. They posed for wedding photos in suit and bridal frock. To Echuca on the train, and then a horse and buggy took the newlyweds to their home upon the Murray. That's it.
Thank you. It's nice to have some bush poetry on in or on Talking Blue. It's nice. You mentioned Bonnydoon. I've always wanted to go there. Growing up in Tassie, and then watching the castle, I was like, you know what, I always want to go to Bonnydoon, and I'll get there one day.
There's a lot of Bonnydoons, and this isn't the one you're thinking of.
I'll go to any. I'll take whatever I can get at the moment, to be honest. Everyone was loving it in the chat. Give us your favourite, best bush poetry emoji in the chat. Thank you, Lisa. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Alrighty. Well, everyone seemed to be very nostalgic, is what I'm getting from that. I don't know what I was doing with my arm here. It was just a thing that I just apparently do now. Anyway, enough about me. We have another poet again. This person has been described as someone who can speak words. So please, everyone, welcome to the virtual stage, Rai, another Rai, the different Rai, another Rai 2, Rai, the Rai, different Rai. You are muted at the moment.
There we go. Rai 2.0. You got it right there.
There you go.
A person who can speak words. Dang. It's a bar. The bar is right there, and that is and I'm still reaching for it. Occasionally I speak words, but more or less I tend to mumble melodies. Yeah, thank you very much, Jason. It's good seeing you again.
You too.
Yeah. So I'll just hop right into it. I guess what I gotta say is that the other day I wasn't feeling that. Reckon I had it coming. Somebody calling my verse was a mumble rap. I'll cop that, because it ain't the first time that I heard a line about the way that I talk, and I feel that perhaps maybe introduction's in order. So I'll rewind to the first time that I rhymed at the eulogy for my grandfather. Grandfather. Sorry, lo siento. I hope I explained the accent, and I'll tell you how I got it. Because the rap riders, we got ready to rumble. We saw the deadline, but we saw the heads lying red in the rubble. They used to call me Scribbles, SCRIBBLES, and I was trouble. With a capital T coming out of the LGB alphabet puddle. I came there to befuddle, trimming heads like Antoinette's, because I decapitate no stubble. I don't do subtle, T-Ben's steep is keeping on the kettle with the bubble. Because I'm hardly the kind of thing that you've been seeing, and you might have been keeping the bench warm, but the Rona got me back on my feet again, so I'm torn another page out of the notepad. Recite a little line to make the pussycats mad. And peeps used to say, Scribs, you talk funny. What's the deal with the voices? I says, well, honey, I'm always adjusting just in case I get busted. They ask where I'm from and they checking my license. I sport a lisp just for a little bit, cause if it slipped, that shit would get your ass kicked. Pete's, they played a game back in my neighborhood. They call that Smith a queer. If you don't know it, then you should. But I thought I was slicks cause I was super quicks, and they never come twice cause I'm on my payless kicks. Pay me no mind like Marsha, cause I be flying like bricks. But they still like to pile me. But just cause I'm wily, I'm a twiggy kitty like me. They couldn't jump me, but I could sure climb trees. And my grandfolks, Leonard and Josephine's. See, my grandpa from my dad's side was a strange guy, I'll admit it. An Irish W2 vet who disliked the British. And I think about what that implied, but I never fucking said it. That cat killed Nazis. To me, that was all that mattered. Wifey Josephine, Siciliana, but you'd have thought she was Yiddish. She could oy vey and she could pasta bake, and her piano skills was ridiculous. She loved watching Telemundo porque español es como italiano, similar, un poquito. But my padre didn't want me to know that bilingual causes all kind of problema. Anyway, when I left for Jersey for the dirty South, folks were scared I'd be adopting a drawl. But my fresh mouth, that ain't my style. I just studied behind their back and I kept my mental game growing tall. Now, that wasn't always the case. It used to be that my loved ones, they would lie to my face. Used to be told that I had no choice, had no voice, that the way or the highway, else it wouldn't be nice. I wake up at the crack of dawn, a couple of hours ahead of getting the church on. My TV dad's teaching me responsibility. The money-making dad preaching about all the things I couldn't be. But my bio daddy was nowhere around, didn't want to be found. Could have been cruising to town, could have been in the ground. If I ever find that man, I'ma show him when that shit hit the fan. I set myself a plan and I got myself up right again. I can never speak ill of my grands, though, because when they turned their backs, even though they didn't want to, and when they finally passed, there was no fixing the trauma. Folks got to asking why they couldn't be a normal kid. I spent all their money on getting me high on the decks and the Ritalin, bouncing all around from one school to the next, even said I was possessed, got a budget exorcist. All that mess does a number on your confidence, so it's hard to talk straight when nothing in your life is. And even though the words are spilling out in the past tense, my body recalls as if it is current events. I digress. Nobody here came to see about a sad kid. I'm incensed. I'm going mad at the thought of anybody driven insane by the kind of events that drove me out of my brain. So here's my play. Scribs will be writing per script in the notebook. Head down, don't look. Coming up, we didn't bring a hook, just a riddle. Who goes there, said the card on the title. Are they friend or foe? I really like to stay, but they're telling me to go. I ask them to watch the sunrise. Maybe we can grab a cuppa. Make a little brekkie with some scrambled eggs and a side of butter. Or maybe we can break away, take a little bit of sweet escape. I won't blame or accuse, and I respect what they choose, cause we might have a rhythm, but I'll abide by the blues. It ain't just the music, it's learning how to let go when you lose it. Why when I hit the beats, the path will always be right where I choose it.
Well, hot damn. I can't speak English. Cool. We're getting a lot of echo in the background of you. I can hear all. Oh, hold on. Yeah, I can hear myself very bad. Oh no, we're good now. I think we're good. I can barely speak English, let alone any other language.
Yeah, no, I grew up in a trilingual home. So my grandmother was Italian. She was an immigrant from Syracuse. My grandfather was also an immigrant from Northern Ireland. But they raised me on Spanish because that's what everybody in my daddy's factory spoke. So, Spanish is what I picked up and it was easier. And my dad didn't want them learning Italian because we lived in Jersey. And if you spoke Italian in the part of Jersey that I was from, everybody automatically assumed that you were mafioso. So it's like, all right, well, we don't want them to learn Italian. So otherwise, people make assumptions. And it's like, it's true. It was an issue for their generation.
Yeah.
I grew up, it wasn't an issue. My generation, it wasn't an issue, but they still kept that idea, that mentality. So it just didn't get passed down to me. But and then my auntie is from Portugal, and I had to raise her kids. I was their babysitter for like years and years and years, and I had to learn enough Portuguese just to get by. But yeah, and then even tried learning a little bit of Chinese from my mother-in-law, because she's Singaporean. But Cantonese is a bit tricky for me. So, but yeah, languages.
Just casually.
Yeah.
Well, once you learn one, it's easy to learn more.
Exactly.
I struggle to speak at the best of times, but thank you, everyone. Everyone was loving it. Only good comments, so this is good.
Thanks. See you later, peeps.
Thank you. All right. See, I told you they can say words. So I wasn't wrong. All right, let's keep it going. Everyone, welcome to the stage. Slap your meat mitts together for Minty.
Hello, beautiful humans.
Hello.
Hello, darling. How are you, asparagus?
Oh, I saw that comment, and I before I was like, "Oh, it's clever." I'm glad that you know what. No, this needs more attention. So I'm going to say, everyone can hear this. I am asparagood.
Great. I aspire, guy, to be.
No, we're going to stop this now. You're good. Good. Do you have a poem?
Yes.
Good.
Yes, Beverly signed me up. So.
Shocker.
Bloody
All right.
bastard.
Well, yeah.
I've got one short one and one medium one. I hope that's okay.
Okay. Well, we'll see. We'll go for it. Well, Ryan can just cut you off whenever he wants. So,
Okay, perfect. Lovely. All right. Here we are. This first one, thank you, Beverly, for signing me up. This one's called Eclipse. Eclipsing the shadow's escape erodes the enigmatic road to inner space. By folding picture frames moist from this dream, a plastic scenescape, and cruising on starships bounding for the curved, cratered moon, fast as the beams that bound on the skirts of a watch's radioactive loom. And Saturn's illuminating rings circle to bring us into the cradle and spoon, mending forgetful moments with floating junk that passes by its platoon. And now this rattling junk jams into 3 broken prisms, didactic triangular-shaped incisions, burst open from the seams by the speed of this pocketed rocket's collisions, burning its orbits in the arms of the planet's astral limits, waning the path of elliptical revolution, so to finish what it started and where it all began, just a seed in the shadows. And from the shadows it departed like a web that had never been spun. There you go. This next one is called Integrity. This one seems to be coming up a lot for me personally, and I just thought it was really apt to read. Integrity is a shield that you protest is true, yet you rinsed your hands of the morals you enforced until your face turned blue. Morals you claimed with such verbosity that one could not counter nor dare argue, your tongue whiplashing the words, your motto, your truth, were but a decadent attempt to play the hero's move. And your staunch, strict words of seemingly gallant truth were met with a torrent of excuse after excuse. So your discord of beliefs must I now refute. For your words, your actions can make a person as small and insignificant as a nobody that no one chooses, the one that loses, that you take for a ride with your implicit and explicit ruses, taking what you want, when you want, and scorning those that merely pose to your advances a mere reciprocation of your glances, as though they have offended your integrity and honour. Alas, they have only but unlocked your dishonour, which I must inform you is now laid out there to be seen, and all that's left is reproach for the way that you have been. It is important to name the respect you think you are owed will only grow if you plant the seeds you so often speak to sow, and will not, nor ever be earned when you conduct your affairs, appearing to be earnest but greedily seducing and showing lack of care. The guise is up. Your cover is blown and your true colours are now exposed, displaying the sickly realness of the person within you that you chose. And let me tell you, integrity is not something you throw about. It is not something that serves you when you want to manipulate. It is not a tool to reap the rewards on a crop you have not sown. And if you cannot afford to return the respect, the kindness, and boundaries that you so forcefully expect, you're not worthy, nor ever will be, of such a noble title of integrity. A noble title of integrity. An honor as your crest. Now absorb these words and do not ignore, unless you want your selfish pattern to reoccur. It's up to you, and only you, to choose to dine on your demons or to let them loose. Do not underestimate the power of the underdog who rises from such a fate that you can create. For today and every day from now on is a day when the underdog calls you out on all of those mistakes. Thank you.
I was getting like a queen sitting on the throne in this massive throne room and just embracing everyone in front of them, just being like, "Motherfucker, I'm the boss right now. How dare you insult me with your insolence?
How dare you, Jason? Upon you lies your depth in your inner soul, and yet you do boastfully say."
Exactly. And I also got the Queen of Hearts off with her head vibes in the
Oh God, it's very echoey, isn't it? Sorry about that.
That's why it's what. But everyone was loving it. So,
thank you, as always, legend.
No,
enjoy the rest of the night, everybody.
Thank you.
Peace out, bitches.
Well, all right. Well, on that note, everyone, all right, you bitches, I can be sassy. That's on the internet forever now. Okay, well, let's move on. We have another poet. Everyone, please welcome to the virtual stage, Aurora.
Hey.
Hey, how we doing?
Good. Happy full moon.
Oh, it's full moon? No, I didn't even know. Happy full moon.
Yeah, it is.
Happy full moon, everyone.
How's it going all?
Yeah, it's good. Good, yeah. So I had a good day.
What have you got tonight? Is that celery or what?
Asparagus tonight. We got
asparagus. Okay.
So the smell's giving me trouble. Alrighty. I'm going to let you just go for it. Have fun. Let's.
Okay, this one is called Vaccination. My mama keeps asking me when you're gonna get the jab. Sister says she knows it's made in the lab. To end up in the slab. Will I need a vaccination just to buy some road? My defiant procrastination, but the poor takes it. You can only get out of jail when you're willing to give freedom. Tyranny, because I choose what I want in my body. Tyranny. Power from my body. The doors are gonna open. I'm gonna run. They're allowed to have some fun, but you're not allowed to come. Gotta stay at home. Treat you like you're infected. Crying through my screen, feeling so rejected.
The roadmap to freedom is like a highway to hell. Double vaccinated, only time will tell. In a vaccinated economy, there's no such thing as autonomy. There's no time for contemplation, wasting brain cells on rumination. To vaccination. Everywhere you go, it's stuck in tyranny. Double vax zombie economy. Choose slavery or incarceration. Join the hive or nation. Welcome to vaccination. Come on, Aussie, come on. It's a total phenomenon. Through propagation, living in the vaccination, the media's content, pollination, spreading propaganda to the vaccination. There's no time for rumination, trying to survive in the vaccine nation. There's no time for contemplation when you're fighting with the tide of the vaccination. We won't force you, but you come undone. Give up your freedom so you have some fun. When the only choice is permanent isolation, living in this fucked up vaccination. I need the golden ticket just for myself. I'm not buying into you, evil motherfucker. Then go living in the bubble of the vaccination. Living in the bubble in the vaccination. Don't need your golden ticket just to sing for myself. I'm not gonna gamble with you, you evil motherfucker. Thank you.
Powerful stuff. Once again, your voice killing it as always. Very hard hitting. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Very impressive.
Thank you. What's going on?
Cheers.
Okay. Okay. Whew. What a powerful voice, right? Everyone in the chat, obviously, yeah. I see goosebumps was a word they've used. Yes, agreed. Okay. Well, just a quick little, we'll call it a break. But if you're enjoying tonight, we do have a tip jar down below. There we go. I've got this somewhere there. Do what you need to do. I said, as I always say, if you want to support us, we would very much appreciate it. But it's not necessary. There's no obligation. But you know, if you wanna throw us some money, we always appreciate it. Okay, break over now. We are moving on with more poetry because I have deemed it so. Alrighty. So, I should stop saying so. I'm really trying to work on that. And in saying that, we have another poet. Are we all ready to go on a journey? Okay, no, don't worry. We are not ready. Well, we can still go on a journey, but we're going on a different journey right now. Please, everyone, welcome to the virtual stage, David.
How are you going?
Good. How are you?
Oh, not too bad. I've got a couple of shortish poems, just fairly contrasting in angles where I've come from.
Cool.
Bit of good and bad. I'll start off with a bit more nice and go on to nasty. So this is one I wrote yesterday. Managed to take the day off work. So barefoot down the beach I walk, the kids at play, the old folks talk. Nothing but the breeze in me, oceans, waves, the smell and sea. Warm sunshine on a wind-swept shore. Wanton life, nothing more. Looking at the stones and shells and starfish, the rest of life becomes a mist. I fill my pocket with micro-dreams as pebbles and rocks and things. I make way for nature in a material sack, little memories to bring it back. I wander back and forth, like there's only me, the earth sits still, fixated on the smallest things, a lasting memory each one will bring. And with a pocket full, I wander back, oblivious, content, on track. Back to life, I'll head soon with a memory, an afternoon. So that was my day yesterday. And so on the slightly darker side, there's a sort of a poem that I wrote. Kind of has an international understanding. I've shared it with some people in a refugee camp in Africa, and they really sort of got what I was talking about. So see what you can take from it. So the title is Life in a Sweaty Butt Crack Without Cotton Wool. Frustrated, irritated, incapacitated. The truth sucks, so we make it up. Ignore authority, superiority, or anything that's above me. They do nothing for us in their flash office chairs. They swing their dicks with our lives like we're not their peers. You're a bitch, you're a crook, an indoctrinated fool with an indoctrinated book. Where were you when mum and dad went to jail for smoking pot like it's a world-ending fail? There goes the money, the respect round the air. There's nothing at home but some fucks full of beer. Then things just go down and the drugs come around and escape from a living like we're drowned. Underground, unfound, our words are profound but without sound. Then it begins. More sins, shit moves in. Smashed head, face bled, shit said, and you're better off dead. Call the cops, the pedal drops, the chase is on. Start off strong along with the bass on. It's all gone wrong, but it's the same song. The future was there, but it's all gone. Thanks.
Thank you. I always like the contrasting poems. It's nice to have sort of a difference in sort of you can do one and then the other straight away. It's sort of I appreciate it. But you were saying a couple of last stream or stream before, you're only just recently getting back into it and poetry, if I'm correct, from my memory.
Yeah.
And you said I wouldn't have guessed that you'd ever stopped or you were new to it. So I mean, just my opinion, but the chat seems to agree with me. So
that's great.
Thanks
for that.
Yeah, no worries. I mean, thank you.
Just encourages me to do more, share some more.
By all means,
so,
yeah.
I'll be back.
No worries. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Oh, all right. Let's keep things rolling with my homies, virtual homies. What do we think? Good, cool. Let's keep things going. We have another poet, as always. I really need to come up with new lines. More lines sound more entertaining than I already am. Anyway, we've dubbed him the Shroom King, but also, please welcome to the stage, Jim Horde.
Yo, how's it going tonight?
Yeah, not too bad. How are you? What's going on?
Oh, honestly, I'm pretty excited. Like things are getting back to normal and stuff. So, these are good times, but it's still like stressful and stuff.
It's just kind of how much happiness can I feel right now and enjoyment.
Yeah. Even like a little bit of anxiety, like, oh shit, I gotta like interact with people again.
It's like, cool, I can do shit. Oh, there's the other side of
damn. Forgot I had that.
It's like, oh, that part of anxiety. You're back. Thank you for that. I forgot about you.
I'm feeling good. Yeah, I hope everyone's feeling the same, like sort of positive energy, Hopefully this will pay off. I mean, I saw that they're doing like a concert or something. I'm like, how is that happening?
Yeah,
But
I did. It's something. I was like some experimental crowd.
it looks
thing.
cool though. Like that's a cool idea, and like the fact that we
mean-
have that must be like a sign that things are obviously getting better.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess you got to start somewhere. You know, got to experiment, see what happens. But all right, I'll let you get on with it. So take it away, please.
Alrighty. So I'm doing something like a slightly little bit different tonight. So these are like my brother sent me this instrumental the other week, and I was just playing around with it, and I was like, oh, it'd be kind of cool to put some spoken word over it. But I'm gonna do it dry for this take, just so maybe like when the song's more finished, I consider performing that as like a song, not like just a segment of it. So it's 3 sort of separate ones, and the last one's for something else I made like ages ago. Anyway, let's get into it. They say to succeed, you must look within your soul and manifest ideas outside the box, as mad as the magician casting a twist of fate on the blackest sheep lost astray. Is this where we differentiate between madness and genius? Is there even a difference between the two factors? They intertwine with no great divide. I'm reading pages of Edgar Allan Poe. Cry, cry. Oh, Raven, I try to stay sane in this game we call life, but I'm drowning in the screeches of my dearest plague doctor. I go to the river to cleanse, swimming in the wishing well. I fall on my knees and I pray to whoever dictates my destiny. All right, now we got the outro for the same thing. Standing up, cleaning the blood of my forefathers, a dreadful epiphany overtakes me as eventually I abandon religion as its great lie is revealed in the waters. It's the true protection against death it shields. Mindfulness is the true skill we must learn to free us of our anxiety, our inherent human depression mixed with existential suffocation. Free us from the body of Christ, an elusive dream of what could have been if existed a powerful and also great entity who takes turf inside the all-knowing tree, blessed with the sin of immortality. As humans, all we can do is choose what we deem right and what we seem to click with our titles. But I know I will never fall into the disillusional satisfaction of knowing that death isn't forever and nothing else lies when we pull the trigger on our mortal being. All right, and then we got the third one, which is for a completely different song. It's pretty short. It's probably like 30 seconds. In the halls of prison, I see through circular vision. Do all things to prevent this feeling of contemplation. Suicide overtakes temptation. Bring me to the halls of creation. Our life together, baby, has reached its final destination. All right, that's a wrap.
So you were saying that is going to be, that's towards a spoken word part of a song?
Well, like I just got this beat and like I was just listening to it. I was like, oh, it'd be interesting to sort of like play around with it because it was just like this 40 seconds of just kind of like dry instrumental. Yeah. I was like, maybe it'd be cool. Like obviously how I performed it there probably wouldn't be exactly how it sounds in the song, but I just thought it'd be cool to like sort of do something a little bit different.
Yeah, everyone was loving the flair and the cadence you're doing. So yeah, that was it was like this grand. I was trying to picture the music going towards something like epic, grand, grandiose kind of thing. So
it's probably I feel like if that ever came to life, it would probably be not like as someone would kind of imagine the words to it. It's more like grungy and like dark, and the whole song, it's like a sort of representation of like just shit that happens in life. So yeah.
Yeah, no, I said like I had this. I'm assuming the beat's going to be completely different to what I had in my head, but but thank you very much.
No problem. Hey, I love to share it with you guys. Everyone, take it easy.
Whew, all right, everyone. I'm assuming everyone liked that. I know I shouldn't assume. It makes an ass out of you and me. Ha. Funny. Anyway, let's move on with the night. We have another poet. We all know this individual. As I keep saying, they came. I think it was the second Talking Blue we've ever had, and they have come to nearly every single one in person and online since then. So please, everyone, go crazy, go wild, slap some ham. I don't know what that is for Beverly.
Yes.
Hello.
Welcome. Aloha.
Aloha.
Good evening.
How are you, Beverly?
Ik ben sehr gut. Ja, danke.
Everyone being bilingual tonight.
Ja, es ist sehr gut. Sie sprechen Sie viel language? Oui.
I can count to like 11 in German and say I like cake in French. That's it. That's about it. So I might learn another language one day. But
you've been a lovely host tonight. Thank you.
Thank you. I do try. I'll get to perfection one day. One live stream, one event at a time. Okay. Thank you. All right, I will let you take it away, Beverly.
Thank you.
And
Thank you
regale us.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. Bonjour. So I'm going to read 2 poems tonight. So the first one is Grazie. So one poem is I wrote it last night at 10:30 at night. One of my Instagram fans said, "Can you brighten me up, cheer me up?" He had a hard day at his office. So I wrote this last night. There is moodiness around us all. It's time to be with the tall in courage and a voice, creating songs by her choice. Free to roam around our town, clutching our foam or hiding a frown. My friends, we can smile once more. Hugs and lunches by the seashore. Our minds letting go a little bit. The endless rules hover around us as we sit. Looking out, can you look up? Can you feel the overflow from your cup? Give out blessings and seek abundance like a filly having a prance. Generate, congregate, saturate, substantiate. Keep each other close this time. Life can be fine and sublime. So there, that's my first. So that's new shit for all of those newcomers. When you used to, those were the days when we used to meet in person. We had this habit, culture, tradition of saying new shit or old shit. So that was new shit. This next song, it's my second song I've ever written. I've sent it to Minty. She's going to put some music to it and we're going to sing it. So this is called Minty's song, and she had some music fluttering around her head. So she said, "Bevo, can you write a summer song?" So this is my summer song to Minty. Meet me in the summer breeze, loving the cool air which can tease. The spring wind blows our thoughts away to a land called Africa, say. Summer winds blowing around us, dreams to escape this town a plus. A kind man with his eyes on me, aching dreams to be free. Meet me in the summer breeze, singing songs that tease. Time to live beyond these streets, taking chances, not defeats. Flying out on the clouds to my lover, the high sense of midsummer. I want to chase the jasmine petals, fly away on the plains metals. Come and meet my kind man, sing with me in new land, the sense of a spring garden, jasmine petals in African land. Time to live beyond these streets, it's time to rise above defeats, kicking up our feet in the red earth, walking together, exploring our worth. Meet me in the summer breeze, sing sweetly under the trees, her African man standing so still, his eyes loving her from the windowsill. There we go. Another night of poetry is over. There we go, Jason.
You've already written your second song already. That is impressive.
There we go. Second song down, off to the.
You'll have an album in no time.
Right.
Yeah. Thank you once again. Always a pleasure to see you, Beverly.
Thank you. You're gorgeous. Thank you.
Okay, how are we feeling, everyone? I'm I'm going to give. Let's give a 10-second buffer. Is it 10? I don't know. We're good. We're cool. We have one more poet left, and shocker! I guess who it is. It is I, your MC, but I'm not going to be doing it live. It is a video, but I'm going to say this is what I said at the start of the stream. Surprise, special treat, or whatever. It is. You'll see it. It was filmed at the actual venue in which this was created. And this is. I don't know if you're in the chat, but there was a specific individual who is moving countries for their life purpose, for better things, for and I thought, it'd be nice for them to be able to see, if they're in the chat, I don't know. It'd be nice for them to see the venue, at least in a live stream, live, at least one last time. So, most people should know what I'm talking about, but I'm not going to give everything away. So when Mr. Wrath wants to take it away, everyone can enjoy it.
Okay. I am tired of my poetry. I am tired of the words I have written. I reread what has been typed over and over again, or what has been remembered, repeating it to myself. I have gone over the words with a magnifying glass to find more meaning, to justify the time spent on writing them, trying to pull apart the pieces of other people's perception, trying to get a hold and understand those receptions. Simultaneously, the Mad Hatter and Alice, the Queen of Hearts, sitting in her palace. I am the oppressed, but I am also the oppressor. I am the gun, but I am also the suppressor. I am that nervous poet sitting in the corner of the room, anxiety coursing through their veins, wondering, what the fuck am I doing here? Racing thoughts, convinced their truth is not enough truth to be true. The crowd feeling like a pack of wild hyenas waiting to pick apart another corpse, stripping what flesh is left from the bone. I am a woman deciding to pull out that short, low-cut red dress at the back of the wardrobe that never seems to be suited to any occasion, simply to go out for a couple of drinks with friends on a Tuesday night, because fuck it, my cleavage and legs will make jaws drop. I am that boy sitting in class, confused after being told he was not to spend their time around girls during school. Teachers always paranoid of something nefarious happening, encouraging instead to spend the time with the same sex, but at the same time quoting from the Bible about how homosexuality is a sin against God. But make sure you marry and respect those we discourage you to engage with. Teachers forgetting teenagers can be cruel. I am that one kid who came here as a refugee, attending the same school where no one looks or speaks like me, but nonetheless at their mercy, hoping they accept me for me. But all I see is nervous smiles. Teachers forget though, teenagers can be cruel. I am no longer a cruel teenager. My eyes now see a different world. They see a world through borrowed lenses, but sadly with glasses I wish I never broke. Glasses I cannot fix, but still try to anyway. I am you, and you are poetry.
Oh, shit.
was a bit of, I guess you can call this, is it nostalgia or just something we're missing out on? So for the new people of Talking Blue, or new people to live streams of just live streams, they only know us through live streaming. That was where we did Talking Blue. Was it or Blue Bar? You make the connections of everything. That was, imagine Nick with his amazing guitar. I always accidentally forget to ask him to get on stage and help me out. But yeah, I thought for this specific individual, if they are watching or not, something to see them off with. And yes, so because I went, that means there's no more poets left. So what does that mean? I get to say the same things I've said before. If you like tonight, thank you for joining us, by the way. Actually, I'll say that first. I'll congratulate, no. I'll congratulate you. Fucking great work being here. Congratulations, all of you over there I'm looking at. Good work. Great. Fantastic. But thank you all for coming. So we can't do this without you. The Vibe Union community, the Vibe Unity. But in saying that, as I said, at the start of the stream, in the middle of the stream, whatever, there is a donation link, tip jar and stuff, if you feel the need. But also remember, next Wednesday we have Vibration Creation, which is basically we Vibe Union live stream. We do a song in. We basically create the frameworks, if not a full song, in 2 to 3 hours. So we have Wrath, the producer. We have Nick, Georgia, and Toomey the Bee as the artists, and it's going to be amazing. And then on the 30th, I will tell you all again, State of Oscillation at Radio Bar. I never said that before, Radio Bar. You'll find it there. You can buy tickets. We're going to be in person. If you've never met us before, you're going to see this person in a hat again in the flesh, and I'm going to be awkward. And I may or may not have vegetables. You don't know. You're not going to know until you find out. I could have produce. I could not. But also, it's not about me. It's State of Oscillation is a full day, 1 p.m. to 1 p.m. to 11 p.m. Whatever amount of hours it is. 12. Yeah, I don't know. That's not 12. That's less than 12. It's 10. The Tandem Reserve is going to be DJing the shiz out of that place, and it's going to be a good time. So all the stuff's down below. I think that's everything, unless Mr. Rath wants to interrupt. But okay, I have been Jason. I have been your MC, and I will always be your poetic MC. So have a nice night, everyone. I hope your rest of the week is good, and yeah, cheers and good night. Yeah.